Hey, shalom, shalom to the elect, starting with 144,000. First, we want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, Elder Bishop, the Green Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, fellow brothers, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. Israel Chnak, and I got the brother
Chasaba.
Yeah, just two brothers from the San Francisco Bay Area camp coming back together in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai to prophesy, to teach um, the Bible and the prophecies first and foremost, meaning what's getting ready to happen. Who is everybody in the earth, and how does Bible prophecy affect you? Because Bible prophecy affects everybody on the earth, no matter who you are, regardless of what nation you are. But you need to know what nation you are and to know where you need to fit into the story. Okay, and we're here to tell our people that we're the Israelites, and like the who the world entered called Christ said, he told the disciples, he said, "Go out and teach and say the kingdom of heaven is at hand." And I mean, and it's close, man. Pretty much, there's talks of a new lockdown, and mandatory, what, again. So if they really go through with this one, you're gonna see. Can you get Second Esdras 15? You're gonna see all type of hell break loose. Okay, because a lot of people already know what it is. Oh, I was gonna do a lesson on it. I might do it. I was at the store earlier. I was like at an Office Depot, and I had to pick up something, and it was what perceived to be an older white lady. She perceived to be a Edomite. She could have been a Jake. Throw it out there. She could have been a Jake, but she looked and perceived her. The perception was she was like an Edomite woman, in her 60s as the cashier. Very pleasant. That's why I say I don't know if she was Jake, because it was a very pleasant interaction. When you're dealing with Esau, you could deal with Esau. With Jake, there's always the attitude, that black woman, that Israelite woman attitude. My car, I was going to swipe my card, but then they have the touch. You can touch it, and then you can put the chip inside, or you can swipe it. I end up swiping, and she's like, "Oh no, you got to put the chip in." So I do that, and she's like, "Oh, I remember when they were saying that back in my day. They were saying that we're gonna have chips, da 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 da." Reminiscing on the technology, and she's up there. She's in her early mid 60s, I would say. Late, Esau aged bad, so she could have been in her late 50s, mid to late 50s, but she looked pretty old, early 60s, mid 60s, maybe 63, 64. Right before retirement. She probably getting ready to retire or coming out of retirement just to work a little job to stay young. And she was just telling, just vaguely said something about the tech, how she remembered they were saying that this technology was going to come in years back, right? And basically I was like, oh well, the next thing is to put a chip inside your hand. And then she looked at me, her eyes lit up. She's like, oh no, 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 because me. And then she was pointing at her hand like this. She's like, no, like, nah, the mark of the beast. But she said it like in a, because you in a professional setting, and not too many people know about that. But she said it like, yeah, nah, the mark of the beast. I was like, oh, okay, all right. I was just testing you. I was like, yeah, you better not take it. She's like, I'm not gonna take it. She's like, you bet not take it. I was like, nah, I ain't taking it. She's like, well, we gonna find a way. Basically, we gonna find. The point of me saying all that is Esau, he knows what's going on. Okay, can you? Oh, before that, can you get Luke? Is that Luke 16:8? I believe it's Luke 16:8. The children of this world and this generation. Luke 16:8. Because we're literally right at the cusp. This man, he getting ready to lock this place down again, as we've been saying since 2020. Okay, and more draconian measures are coming, right? And then we'll hold Revelation 12:12. Go ahead, read that, Luke 16:8.
This the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 8. It says, "And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Right. The children of this world in their generation, meaning the Edomites. Okay, starting with the Edomites and other nations. I would mainly say Esau, but the other nations as well. In this generation, okay. Well, it tells us that in Ezekiel the 28th chapter that thou art wiser than Daniel, speaking about Esau, Edom. Okay. Well, look at the technology, all the technology. Well, the very technology that we're doing this video on. You have missile technology. You got all different types of technology. You got laser technology, which our people did have an intricate part of building certain of those systems and certain of the technology, but it was really given unto Esau. He's very wise and knowledgeable when it comes to things of this sort. Okay, but Esau and their generation are wiser than the children of light. Who are the children of light? The Israelites. If I was to ask an Israelite that same question, just picking and probing, they wouldn't know what the hell is going on. They got their minds is somewhere completely different. There's a scripture where it says that my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Right? But if you ask Jake, okay, who's the best rapper, right? You go into a room you filled with 10 Jakes and you ask who's the best rapper, you gonna have a heavy debate. You're gonna have a heavy debate. They're gonna bring on, this album did this, da 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 da. They're gonna bring on all the statistics or who's better, LeBron or Jordan. They're gonna be able to break these things down, or how to commit adultery, how to cook a baby back ribs, how to cook a smother a pork chop. Jake will know that, but when it comes to the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai, Jake has no clue. Okay, can you read that one more time, and then we'll jump to second Ezra unless you have something else.
Con. Luke 16:8, it says, and the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Now she appeared to be an Edomite, right? But Esau, go on these comment boards. Go on these comment boards when it pertains to this technology, the subdermal device, the subcranial device. Elon Musk. You got a couple of different technology companies, neural link type technology companies. Okay, they already have FDA approval, by the way. They already have FDA approval, and they're already putting these things. There's already trials that they already putting in people's minds as we speak. They testing and tinkering, opening people up. Okay, and they're gonna come out they're gonna come out publicly. Okay, and they're gonna start pushing this technology. As when these major lockdowns come, they're gonna push more of these technology, and people are gonna bug the hell out. Okay, people are gonna bug the hell out. But Esau, go on these videos where the comments are at, and you're gonna see Esau speak about the MOTB. And she outright said it. No. And she pointed out her wrist. No. Because me, she was going to go on like the Christian tip. I can see it. But, you at the workplace. So she didn't really say that. But she did say the mark of the beast. She's like, oh, no, I'm not taking that. That's the mark of the beast. So what's up with you Israelites? All right. And then when Esau, when he pushes this, because meanwhile, we're in a economic decline collapse, a controlled demolition. Okay, go online and see everybody's complaint. Your rent is too goddamn high. They're going up on rent. Gas is ridiculous. It's over $5 a gallon out here. Okay, so to fill up a tank, you running $80 on like just a basic tank. Don't have like a big truck SUV. You spend over $100 to fill up your tank when it used to be $40, $50. So you getting hit there. What about groceries? Your grocery bill done doubled within the last 2 years, 3 years. Okay, all your subscriptions have increased 10, 15, 20%. Everything has increased. So people are angry. People are mad. And when this man comes in and he pushes this new Maxine, which a lot of people know that it didn't work. Okay, and it put a lot of people, it took them out of the game. Okay, a lot of people regret doing that, taking that procedure. So they became hip. But Esau, he gonna run it back. Go ahead. Second Ezra 15, start at I believe 14, or woe to the world and them that dwell there.
Second
Yeah,
Ezra 15 and 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein."
yeah, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. The word woe means destruction, and that's essentially what's coming. And a lot of destruction is already here. Okay, you got planes just crashing. These things, unprecedented events that are happening. Okay, well, it's all type of women getting kidnapped, children being kidnapped. They had to actually come out with a movie, Sound of Freedom, okay, to spotlight this children trafficking, and that's all going to lead to what? Them saying the reason why you need to put this inside the skin is so we can stop these things. We can stop crime. We can stop child trafficking. We can stop, sicknesses. We can stop migration. I mean, immigration, migration, whatever you want to call it. We can bring the economy back. Okay, but this is all for the destruction of these people, man. You go out in these regular cities, the women have no clothes on, the men are flaming homosexuals. Okay, transformers everywhere. Okay, go ahead. Oh, people sickly, every shit. Everybody I see over the age of like 50, they're done. They got a limp. They literally got a limp. Okay, and Esau done mess a lot of people up, hit them with that 1-2 jab. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh."
Yeah, the sword and the destruction draw nigh. We're entering into the time of sorrows. Go ahead.
"And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and
Go ahead.
swords in their hands."
Yes, swords are killing instruments. So mainly it's going to be that gun. But I remember 2020 when you had the George Floyd. Remember the George Floyd thing? That was a heavy time. That was soup, brother. You was in the camp, right? When the George Floyd thing went down with the rioting and stuff like that. I don't know if you was in the camp. Was you in the camp?
I may have been in the camp. I may have.
Okay.
Yeah, I may have.
But
oh no, I don't think I was. Matter of fact.
Okay, yeah. No. Yeah, that was a crazy ass time.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy time that you had, and that was in the midst of a pandemic. So it's going to be crises on top of crises. So they just not going to hit you with nothing regular. So there's going to be more things like that. We're due for another lockdown. We're due for another George Floyd event. Okay, and all these things are going to be orchestrated by the wicked elite through the hand of Yah Bashaman Shai, through the spiritual demon Satan. The Most High is controlling all these things. So we not to fret. We not to be afraid. Any of these things that come on the earth, number one, we're told that these things are going to come and how they're going to get out of hand, how they're going to exacerbate. But we know ultimately who is in control of these things, of all these things. Okay, it's Yah Bashem Yahushai. And we're here to tell the whole world that, whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not. Okay, regardless, this man's gonna push it. This man gonna push that technology. Okay, you think he ain't gonna tell you to lock your ass back down again. You think he ain't gonna say, nah, you gotta take this medicine. Yeah, he gonna do it. Okay, we might go in there in Revelation. He had two horns like a lamb, but spake as a dragon. Okay. The meanwhile, you voting for Biden, you voting for Trump, the same agenda is being pushed. You would think that you would go back. You would go back to a greater America, but you haven't. Under any of these so-called political parties, you have been pushed forward into the same agenda. Okay. Inflation, high ass prices, collapsing, total moral degradation. Okay, under Trump, drug crises, opioid epidemics. But this has been going on for years and years and years. They actually got safe injection sites. They're not trying to stop the problem. They're not even trying to put a band-aid on the problem. They want the issue to keep going. Okay, go ahead.
I got a precept real quick,
Uh-huh.
Baba Kusha.
Yeah, go ahead
This,
and do it.
this is Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach 12 and 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips." And peace and safety is also a form of him speaking sweetly, because you being told a peace and safety mindset, it puts you in a state of comfortability.
Yep.
When we notice is, we notice, first of all, it's not the right spirit to be in, and second off, this is completely not the case. It says, "But in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood." So it just goes to show that his ultimate goal is to put you in a state of uh especially being under him, put you in a state where you're definitely under him. If he's not satisfied with blood, you got to think, putting you to death ain't enough. So he's gonna constantly want you under him, and to exercise what he deems as godly power. It
Yeah,
says, oh,
because that peace and safety, when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. So you got these government officials, and it's actually going people are going to wake up to that, because we're going to read in second Ezra 15 when we go back. It says that they shall not regard their kings nor their princes. So it's going to come a time where they're going to say they're going to call bullshit. And a lot of people are calling bullshit. There was another video I watched earlier this morning with the Economic Ninja. He got almost 500K subscribers on YouTube. But he was hot, and he talked about the economy, and now Esau was forcing people to do certain things. Esau about to come with another lockdown. People are not waking up. He's pretty much calling for able-bodied men to the basically get ready to go at the government.
oh man,
That's pretty much what these Edomites are saying. Okay, and it is actually built into their constitution. So it's built into the red-blooded American. Okay, the red-blooded Edomite American. Okay, the Edomite, so-called white man, is built into him to resist. But the resistance is going to be futile, but that's all going to feed into the destruction that's coming to this place. Go ahead.
It says, "If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first."
Yeah, hey, he gonna be right there when you in that messed up state, and you come to, like, oh, what's going on? He gonna be right there. He's gonna be he's the reason why you're in that position. Okay, when the wicked barrel rule, the people mourn. Okay, and the whole world now is in a state of mourning, especially you Americans here, you so-called middle class. He's doing away with the middle class, as he's been telling you that this is what he's doing. You shall own nothing and be happy. Well, that whole agenda 2030. This dude is, if he really do this, it's supposed to go down. Mid-September. So coming up in like 2 weeks to the end of the month. We'll see how it goes, because they always try to keep you in a state of fear. That's their whole goal, is to keep you in a state of fear, keep you on your toes, keep you scared. Oh, there could be a variant. They can be this, they can be that. There's gonna be another lockdown. You have to get another juicy fruit, right? But go ahead, bro.
It says, "If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee."
Come on, man. We're tired of waiting, man. Just take it. Our patience is running thin. This nigga Biden said that. The nigga Biden actually said that. He said our patience is running thin. You see what bro? He's going to speak like a dragon. Okay, he had those two horns. He made you believe that you have a voice in the matter. Here it is. You people been voting, and the people don't get what they want.
Right.
Okay, because it's all a scam. Okay, and people are now starting to find that out, especially the Edomite. Why? Because his pockets is getting thin. Okay, he's not able to do the things that he used to do. He doesn't have that dominance like he used to. You know, people don't respect him and fear him like they used to. I'm talking about the average everyday Edomite. He's now being blamed for all the things wrong in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he's feeling it. Meanwhile, hey, his woman is running off with Jake. Okay, he's sick. Okay, he's going in poverty. He's strung out on dope. That's Deuteronomy 30:7, which is not going to fully manifest until we go in the kingdom. But this is like a prelude. Remember what the Lord did to the Egyptians. The Lord brought those Egyptians down low, man, with those plagues. Okay, and it's the same thing. The Most High is bringing down the modern day Egyptian, which is the Edomite. Go ahead.
It says he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
You see, well, and Esau did that to us.
Mm-hmm.
He did that to all the tribes. Come, get in a covenant with them, a treaty, and then flip, and then point the finger. See, look at them. They're lazy. They just want to steal. They want to. Well, it came out that you actually are the reason why there's crack in the neighborhoods. Okay, and how the CIA was responsible. The FBI. You got a lot. You got a lot to pay for, Esau. Okay, and hey, when you Jakes line up and take that extra juicy fruit, but when you really take the MOTB, Esau, he gonna be out there. He gonna be laughing at you. He's oh, you did a good. That's what he gonna say in your face. Oh, you did a good job. You're gonna be safe now. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the world is spiraling out of control. Meanwhile, you're sick, tired, and hungry. Okay. Meanwhile, people dying left and right. Meanwhile, there is no stability. But he's saying that you did a good deed because you went ahead and you took it, and you're having complications because the scriptures say that you're going to receive a sword. All right, so just as you took that juicy pop, you took them pops, and you Jakes are having all type of complications. But not only Jakes, everybody who took the juicy pop are having complications, and now it's starting to come out. Okay, losing range of motion in that particular area, having weird, strange symptoms, clotting. Okay. And hey, I'm hearing this from several different people. A random person came up and told me some shit on some random shit, and I'm like, damn. And the people who took the people who took it feel embarrassed because now everything is fucking wide open, butt ass open. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay. And it didn't stop anything, but the people are going to be deceived and doing it again. But he's going to cause a lot of hell to bring in his system. Go ahead.
Quick precept, Isaiah 24:11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Yeah, that's eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the mirth of the land is going to be gone. Okay, there will be no more parties. There will be no more fiestas. There will be no more quinceañeras, no weddings. Okay, it will be just a mourning. Okay, sorrow. That's what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this is all we read it. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the destruction draweth nigh. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was thinking about the Hegelian dialectic, that problem reaction solution.
Right.
It says it's a crime for wine in the street, and that wine going into philosophy. Esau gonna have his wine waiting for you, like we just read. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. So he's gonna set up these situations, like the brother was saying earlier. There's gonna be something to where it's, basically it's gonna change the course of reality. Yep. And he's gonna be right there after all is said and done. After all the chaos, he's gonna be right there with his so-called solution.
Oh, I remember it had to be 3 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 2020, the Day of Atonement, 2020, and we just came out of the Day of Atonement. Last week, but 2020, the Day of Atonement, I had a vision. I mean, hyper realistic, but it was pretty much the world was turned upside down, like the brother was talking into. What's going to happen is going to change the whole course of the whole earth, just like the whole scandemic. That changed everything. The whole earth was changed because he stopped the whole fucking earth. All right, and he pushed that propaganda heavy on all the nations. All the nations had a drink of that cup. Mm-hmm. Okay, all of them. There was not one nation that couldn't drink of that cup. Now some bucked up, but eventually, they did what they had to do. But it was a event that took place that pretty much changed the whole course of the world as you know it. So it's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be something wild. It's gonna actually test our faith. Okay. Well, it says in Matthew 24:24, if it were all possible, he shall see the very elect. It was some like, damn. You see what I'm saying? I was looking like, wow, what this is like. I was like, man, what the? I was like, man, this nigga Esau. I was like, this. It's like it was pretty much all the movies that we reference a lot of the movies because a lot of his agenda is in the movies. And in my head, I was like, damn, this is all the movies in one. So all the so-called alien invasion, the virus, the zombies, the post-apocalyptic, the war, all that shit in one. That's why it's going to be a terrible time. And then what do you know? Esau going to be right there. The nigga going to be right there. Hey, we got to do this. We got to do that. Okay, you're going to have these newly created beasts. What is that going to look? Is that some type of who knows? Some type of weird ass alien looking creature? Because alien just means foreign. Weird creatures. There was a word that so-called 8 foot, 10 foot aliens were attacking people in Peru or some shit like that. Who knows what the hell is going on? So there's gonna be a lot of deceptions out there to test the faith of the elect, but it's gonna draw a lot of people into that trap, to that snare. Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, that was it on that. I go back to 2nd Ezra 15. But one last thing I'll say too is, in a lot of these movies they depict, and I believe things like this gonna happen. You're gonna have certain people with radios. They're gonna tap into certain frequencies where you're gonna hear people saying, "Oh yeah, come down here," and you're gonna go right to a chipping station, right to a concentration camp.
Yep.
Or right to. Oh, you got it.
Nah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, hey, or into some cannibals, man. To some ride. They tell you everything sweet over the frequency, and you hop your jolly ass on over there, and then next thing you know is it's just pure judgment, man. And you literally don't know what's going on. You don't have the knowledge, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures that's been given from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You ain't got nothing. When the scriptures say, as a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, that's for those of you that don't have this, man. And you have to be an Israelite first off to have this, man. That was it though.
Okay, yeah. Can you get Amos? Give me Amos 5.
Okay, come.
Oh, that's exactly what you were saying. Yeah, Amos 5 and but yeah, just go right to the point. 20.
Okay. Amos 5:20 it says, "Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai be darkness and not light?"
You see that? Shall it not be darkness and not light? All right, and this is all culminating into the day of the Lord. Oh, Luke 12. I think that's it on that right there. Yeah, Luke 12 and 49.
Luke 12 and 49. I'll just finish this. It says, "Even very dark and no brightness in it."
Yep, no brightness in it. And this is all because number one, the Lord, he's going to actually block out the sun, moon, and the stars. But also everything else, everything's going to be confounded. All the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on this earth is going to be confounded. That's part of the strangeness of our salvation. Okay. and it's going to be a dark time. But read that, because in the blue letter, I'm gonna read the blue letter for the word kindle. But read that.
Okay. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
So let me get this word fire, because I'm sorry, the word kindle. That word kindle, right, in the Greek is anapto. Anapto. Okay. And here it just gives you to light the kindle, right? So let me go to give me a second, because the fire. Let me just type in kindle in a basic dictionary. Kindle meaning. Right. So we're going to read that again. But let me give me a second. Let me get this from the Cambridge Dictionary. Okay, read that again.
Come. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and
Uh-huh.
what will I if it be already kindled?
Right. So Yahushua is literally coming here to send fire on the earth, literally, right? But he said, what will I if it be already kindled? Meaning it's already going to be chaos on the earth. So let me get this word kindle. To cause a fire to start burning by lighting paper, wood, etc., right? To start burning, right? It says to cause strong feelings or ideas in someone, that's the kindle. To cause a fire to start burning. So the Lord pretty much is saying, I'm coming to send fire on the earth, but what will it if it's already burning? The meaning the chaos, the hell, the judgment. This is all talking about this is all culminating into the day of the Lord. You have the actual day of the Lord when the Lord's going to come to destroy America. That's going to be the end. That's the very end. But he said, what will it if it already pretty much be started? Okay. And we're in that time where these things are starting. Okay. To start. Yeah, the word to kindle means to start. Okay, a fire. So the fire is already going to be started. Meaning that you're going to have World War III. Missiles are, when missiles are flying, Yahushua is going to be appeared. It might be Yahushua is going. We're going to see. It's going to be pretty much simultaneously, pretty much. You never know. Hey, the Lord, he might just pop into the earth and just stay there, for a time on some like District 9 type shit. Okay, that's not out of the realm of possibility. That happened in the scriptures before too. Okay, where the chariots they shown themselves for a period of time. Okay, so can that not happen now? Will that not change the course of time?
Mm-hmm.
Will that not change everybody's their mind on what's going on? Will that not galvanize these other nations to start to put together their space force? Right? People start joining the American Space Force to fight against the aliens. Hey man, we in some wild ass times, to be honest. You know what I mean? We at the end.
Now that's a spirit, bro. I was just thinking it was either earlier today or yesterday. Like, bro, this is the greatest time to be alive. All the prophets look forward to this, man. We literally are in the time of the destruction of Babylon the Great. This kingdom, this rulership was always talked about, man. All of the prophets seen things that would happen, man. The destruction, John, he's seen Revelation 13 and 16, considering that mark. It's a lot of things that's gonna happen in this time, man. This is the greatest time to be alive, man.
That's right.
But not for you people though. This is
This
the
is
time of
the
the Lord's
worst time. Yeah, this is the worst time. We was reading in 2 Esdras 15, woe to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then that this is it's woe unto you.
Right.
That you people's judgment is just getting started. You haven't you complaining and crying now. You haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen a complete disregard for authority.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna really see toxic masculinity. You women talk about toxic man. You gonna really see toxic masculinity. Okay, where if you get caught up out there, that's your ass, literally. Okay, they gonna and Esau shows you in these post-apocalyptic movies.
Mm-hmm.
He showed you how it's gonna go down. You got the cannibals, you got women being ravished left and right, people being eaten, people getting put to death over just you know a bag, you know,
Tortillas and shit.
a can good, just one can of crushed tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
It put to death. Cutthroat, nobody helping nobody. It's damn near like that now.
Yeah.
Okay, you got road rage and shit. People putting people to death over road rage, domestic violence, homicides, suicides. Okay, people going and killing their whole family and then killing themselves. Okay, a suicide by a cop. Okay, stabbings and you know it all. I did a video the other day. It was a Moabite stabbed his stepdaughter 100 times.
Damn.
And was looking to get the mom, but he couldn't find her. And it was all caught on tape. So what happens when there actually is no 911? There is no emergency services. Oh, and a lot of you people are sick. Your children are sick, right? You're afraid to have a child at home because you think about the complications that can happen. So you got it. What happens when you can't go to the doctor? Or you need a particular device to go to the doctor. Man, it's not good for you. It's good for the scriptures say, lift up when we see all these things come to pass, lift up our heads for our salvation, draw near, draw close. Okay, so we're being toe up, you know. Esau's wearing out the saints of the Most High, but in our spirit, we're rejoicing. Okay, go ahead.
I'll just jump one verse down. Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. And that nay meaning no, man. All right. In that division, well, it's gonna go into it. It says, for from hence there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Which this links up to what we just read in second Esdras. People fighting one against another. You know, you're gonna have a household, like the brother said. Well, the brother really just went into it, man. You know, you think you all good. You know, you've been having a good relationship, so to speak. However, and your partner turn around and you know, and nip you, man. You know, well, like the brother quoted, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And all of this is being done for you people's wickedness, man. Let me read this real quick. Isaiah 2:12. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Right? You know, you women, you lift yourselves up in this society. You're literally on a pedestal. We live in a metropolis, which is a mother city, which means that everything is literally catered to you. And then you men, you ain't got no reason to be proud. A man in this society don't got no reason to be proud, man. You know, especially, you know, you an Israelite, man. You literally in slavery. But what it says, the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. You know, the scriptures say, because of pride, the city shall be troubled. You know, and what do you have to be proud about, man? The glory needs to be given to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. The conclusion of the whole matter is to fear the Lord and keep His commandments. So if you're not doing that upon the planet Earth, then you was born in vain.
People are atheists anyway.
Yeah,
They don't really believe in God, not the God of the Bible. Their concept as God is taught to them by their teachers having, them having itching ears, teachers that are going to tell them everything's going to be all right. They have a form of godliness, but are really just wicked ass demons. And see, when the judgment comes, your pastor, your preacher, everybody's about to be confounded except the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
Except the men of Yahweh Shema Shai, everybody is about to be confounded. It's gonna be a beautiful time, man. It's gonna be a terrible time, but it's also gonna be, remember, the Most High is balance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be terrible, but also there's, like, the Lord has judgment. The Lord also, His mercy is going to abound in that day. So the Lord's mercy is going to abound upon the elect, and it's going the Lord's judgment is going to abound upon the wicked. Okay, so it's going to be balanced. Even though it's going to be hell on earth, the Lord's going to have His hand upon His men, all right, and their family, their situations, all right, to guide them and to maneuver them in the correct paths. Okay, while you people, you proud people, especially you here in America, you're literally being you're being guided into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
You're being guided into destruction, the lake of fire. Okay, Esau Edom is going to be that he goat that's going to lead you into that fire. He's going to lead you into that slaughter. Well, the Lord said that he's going to have a sacrifice in Basra.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word Basra in the Hebrew? Batazarah, which means sheepfold.
Mm.
Okay, so that's America, the land of Basra, where the chief city in Edom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second Esdras.
Second Esdras 15:16, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men."
Yeah, sedition is to call uprising to speak out against the government.
Mm-hmm.
To pretty much go against government regulations, stipulations, government rule. People are going to call out against it and say, to hell with the government. Okay, go ahead.
And invading one another.
Home invasions.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think people are turning to crime now. There's still some level of peace. Really? You can still go out to the lake and have a nice walk. Now, it could be a mass shooting. There could be a psyop. There could be some crazy somebody bugged out dude. Yeah, that's possible. But for the most part, we're still in the days of it's like in the days of Lot, the days of Noah. They were eating, drinking, and giving in marriage. You can get married right now. You met your sweetheart. You've been dating for 6 months. You propose, right? And then 2 months later, you can get married. There's people right now getting married right now. People are proposing right now. Look at the internet. What is Jake doing? Jake want to be an influencer. Everybody and their baby mama a goddamn podcaster now, where they just sit on a couch with a mic and just talk shit. Everybody's doing that now. What? To tap into that YouTube bag, to tap into that social media bag. Right? And that's all. And Esau, he's going to give you that money so he can keep the people asleep. Because meanwhile, inflation is robbing you. Meanwhile, taxes are robbing you. Meanwhile, he's funding a war in Ukraine that's going to turn into World War III. Okay, that's going to have your sons and daughters get drafted to go and fight. Meanwhile, all these things are happening. Meanwhile, he's getting ready to lock this place down, lock down the world again. Meanwhile, he's about to push these mandates, push these Maxine mandates, push these curfews. Okay, building 15-minute cities. He's gonna be hitting you with them direct energy weapons. Okay, and then blame it on something else. He's gonna hit you with a CERN, and then blame it on something else. Wild ass earthquakes, wild ass tornadoes and hurricanes that's going to destroy and whole cities, and then he gonna hoard you into a 15-minute city. We all in that time. Okay, but remember, the elect is going to be delivered through all these things. We might get hoarded into a 15-minute city. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes."
Yeah, they're not going to regard the government. They're not going to regard the governor. They're not going to regard the mayor. They're not going to regard the police. Okay, they're not going to regard the military. Well, the military is really going to have to come in, because when the military come in, there is no going against the military. They just going to put you to death.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're there just to put you to death. Okay, and they're gonna be shooting, they're gonna be killing people because they're gonna have those orders to do so. Okay, and they're gonna be juiced up as well. And military men are there to take orders. Now there's gonna be certain mutinies there. Okay, but nevertheless, Esau, he gonna get this new world order popping. Okay, if he got to bring in foreign troops, that's what he gonna do. He got to bring in the Chinese, because remember, America is getting ready to go into a spiral. It's about to spiral out of control. Inflation is going to spiral out of control. All right, when all these nations officially drop the dollar, okay, and it's going to get to a point to where you're going to have other nations like Russia and China and the UN. The UN is going to have to step in to bring in stability. So what are they going to? They're going to be sending French troops. They're going to be sending African troops, Chinese troops, all under the UN peacekeeping troops, as they do in different places of the earth, to quell insurrections, to quell rioting. So they're going to bring in those foreign troops, okay, to bring in stability, okay, to bring in some normacy. Okay, this is all what's getting ready to take place. It's all on the books. Okay, so people are not going to regard the princes nor their judges, meaning the leadership. Go ahead.
In the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, tens of thousands of people just rioting and break. And you know, when they rioting, they're gonna be looting.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna come in, and it's all gonna be planned out, because they're gonna come in, they're gonna just loot. They're gonna loot and destroy all these stores. All the stores are gonna be completely destroyed in all these major cities. Okay, and the stores, the grocery stores, the thrift stores, and the convenience stores and stuff like that, where you get your goods. They're gonna storm in Costco, right? You're gonna have tens of thousands of people storm Costco and fucking buy take bulk items in Costco. They're gonna be taking TVs, but then they're gonna leave those TVs alone. They're gonna be going after food. That's going to be the top commodity in the earth, is going to be food. So that's going to destroy the food supply. The ability for these stores to operate and supply food to these major cities, that's going to be broken down. What is that going to transition into? Famine. It's going to be a cold time. Oh, and by the way, when this is all happening, what's going to also happen? Isaiah 4:1. All these women, they're gonna be looking for somebody they're gonna go back into that feminine state. But a lot of you women, the Most High, he gonna get you out of there. You're gonna be food for the wolves, if you know what I mean. It's gonna be a beautiful time. Okay, but the men of the Lord are gonna be standing strong. Go ahead. Remember, Ezra is actually seeing this in the vision. He's actually seeing this, and you go in the next chapter over. He said, "Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those times, in those days?" So Ezra is actually seeing this in a vision, but Ezra, he's going to be delivered, which is symbolic for the elect. The elect are going to be delivered through all these things. Jeremiah 30:7, right? Jacob's trouble, alas, for that day is great. There's none like it, for his Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For Jacob shall be saved out of it. The elect of Jacob. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, just real quick, I'll say they can't say it's not so either with these breaking into stores, because you see it now, bro. You see it now on the news, in your day to day. Oh, this place just got there was 20, 50 looters that just came and mind you, the police can respond within minutes. So like you said, bro, literally, how much more worse would it be in a society that the first responders no longer answer?
Oh man, and people already are super demonic.
Mm-hmm.
They already on the dark web, doing all type of dark shit. Watching all these dark movies. eating dark food. They already doing dark shit, so they gonna go dark mode when there's you right now. No, if you right now nobody was going to come if you did anything, any type of crime. Nobody can be caught. It's a wild wild west. Every man for themselves. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be. You talk about great. That's gonna be one of the main things. Men just gonna be snatching up women, snatching up little kids, little girls, little boys. They're gonna be putting people to death, putting people in dungeons. They're gonna be eating people. They're gonna be putting their boss to death. They're gonna be rolling up on police officers' homes, putting their ass to death, putting their supervisor to death. Right? People only do it. They don't do it because of the fear, not because they fear God. It's because they fear going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why they don't do it. Because this is a godless society. These people don't really believe in God. That's not in the forefront of their mind. Okay, so the only thing really stopping these people from going all out is that there's police, and there's powers that will come after they ass. But what happens when that whole chain of command breaks down? Okay, and then Esau, he gonna bring in them foreign troops to bring back stability. He shows you in all the movies. He literally shows you in all the movies. But he's showing you in all the movies, but we're actually reading it in the Bible. Go ahead.
Yep. Hey, a lot of these regarding a lot of these children, man, the majority of them saved the children of the elect. They was reincarnated from being demons, man, in
Yeah.
their past life. The scriptures say whoever perished being innocent. So you hear these things and it may strike a chord or whatever, because the scriptures do say and little children, man. All right, and these little spawns of Satan, man, they go back, man. All right, the
Yep.
Lord
Full
has,
demons.
yeah. Hey, man, you got. I don't know how the Lord may do it, but you got adults in this time, man, that very well die off just to be reincarnated, just to feel that fire, man. The Lord is terrible, man. If Hey, man, I'll just read. Um, verse 17, 2nd Esdras 15 and 17, it says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able."
15-minute cities, curfews, okay, lockdowns, right? Go ahead.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
Yeah, so it's because of your pride.
Mm-hmm.
The city shall be troubled. Okay, because and you just walk around, you could just see the pride on. I like before I got to did a video, I did my little walk. And I just do a little walk. I sit down for a second, and then I come walk back, and you could just see the pride, especially on the women,
Mm-hmm.
especially on you women. You get to see they driving their car. They might have a little cool car. They driving their car. They just proud. Oh, I'm in America. I'm driving a car. Look
Right.
at me. You know, it's. I'm like, I just shake my head and laugh. I'm like, man, if they only knew. If they only knew the amount of terror that's coming. And you know what? They gonna want to ask they're gonna want to ask Jake what's going on. They're gonna want to ask Jake what's going on. And you know what? A lot of them they're gonna get the cold shoulder. A lot of them just gonna get told this is for you to be put to death. God is gonna destroy you. Okay, this is vengeance. Well, what can we do to get right? And there's nothing you can do. You're just gonna be destroyed
Hey.
because you were a demon, right? But you're gonna see it. And, well, even the scriptures say, in the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing.
Mm.
So there still is going to be a level amongst our people. There is going to be mercy, even those that could have scoffed or scorned or what's the word doubted somewhat. And the Most High is going to put in their mind to believe because they're going to see the power. So there's going to be a level of mercy there. Okay, but that just goes to show you that people are going to be willing when they see those powers, man. Well, hey, you can be willing, but that don't mean you're gonna be you part of the elect.
Mm-hmm.
Which you had a legion. He wanted to follow the Lord. Okay. But the Lord's like, nah, you can't follow me. Go ahead.
It says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid."
See, men shall be afraid. So if men shall be afraid, which it talks about, it means the woman, mankind. But if men are going to be afraid, how much more women?
Mhm.
You're going to see the woman turn into the little girl that she is, that she always was. You're going to see pride get thrown out the window, literally. Okay, and this is all going to be done by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, all right, and his men are the only one that's humbling themselves down to the plan. Everybody else is bucking up. Go ahead.
It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor."
Yeah, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So your neighbor, there's another scripture. I believe it's Second Ezra 6, where it says, or 8, maybe 6, where it says, neighbors shall fight one against another
Like enemies.
like enemies. Yep, neighbors shall fight one against another like enemies. Right. So they shall have no pity upon. Read that part again, Bogusha.
It says, Second Ezra 15 and 19, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor."
Right. So your neighbor, and his family, you ain't gonna give a shit about him.
Mhm.
Right. You gonna actually be plotting to put him to death and take his goods, whatever you can take. If you have a food storage and he asks for something, you're gonna say hell nah. You're gonna say nope, you're gonna lie to him, we ain't got nothing. And you're gonna be prepared for him to make his move on you, and you're gonna put him
Mhm.
to death. Or you might just put him to death before. You might hear it's gonna be a terrible time when you're gonna just be hearing babies cry because they don't have any food. And that's a terrible sound.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a terrible sound that's gonna hit your heart. But you know what, man? In that time, men, I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna say to hell with that baby. That's how cold it's gonna be. But remember, this is all being done because of their pride. It's gonna be heavy judgment. And
Mm-hmm.
we gonna actually see this. Only with thy eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked. A terrible time, man. And we're praying for the Lord to speed it up. That's right. Okay, go ahead.
Got to go through it to get to where we trying to go, man. This isn't our end, man. We don't believe in this place. We believe in what the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has promised for his people, man. That's the difference between us and these people, man. This is all y'all care about. So as this inflation, the Lord is putting plagues upon Babylon. You people are feeling it more than we are, man. Cause y'all look forward to this place, man. Oh, Baba Kasha got this one precept real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. So you gonna have the Lord's just gonna lay things on top, on top, on top. Hey, the scriptures say great miseries. And misery is physical and mental anguish, man.
Yep.
So you always go into it, brother. These people, oh, I know y'all gotta be feeling it. I can't pay for my groceries no more, the rent, y'all feeling it, man. You know, this is what you love so much. So join with it when it's destroyed as well. You know, it says back in Second Esdras 15 and 19, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation."
Yeah, them famines. Because meanwhile, in the midst of all this, the Most High is going to break the staff of bread, and that's going, man. You talk about a terrible time. You talk about a terrible time, man. Famine. I see. Hey, people eating all damn day long. You got people that actually quit their job to be a YouTube food reviewer.
Mm.
That actually just go to different restaurants and they review food. The double decker bacon cheeseburger. Look how juicy. hit it with the camera, put the sounds to it and make it, do the voiceover, make it a little cool little short or whatever. And they might have shit 300, 400,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. They might, I don't know, their bag might be looking good. And all they do is just go around in a city or different cities or different states and review food. A YouTube food critic, or they'll is it busting or is it disgusting? This food, the mukbang challenge, this and that and this. They just you see it. I ain't gotta explain. Go on to YouTube and look it. You can type in a grilled chicken recipe. Just type in grilled chicken recipe. You're gonna get a whole fucking page. Okay, a motherfucker's cooking grilled chicken and showing you how to do it the best. Oh, you got to marinate first. You marinate it, or how to spatchcock a chicken. Look that up, which is pretty much butterflying a whole chicken. They'll show you. They'll literally show you how to do it. Boom, 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 boom. How to cook pork ribs. I did a tomahawk steak with chimichurri sauce. Right? How to cook shrimp. How to cook lobster. All these abominations. Or they'll go to a restaurant and film themselves eating at a restaurant. Or the big ramen with the fucking pork fat, the pork belly, and people watching them eating it. You got a glizzy eating competitions where they try to eat as many glizzies as possible. Hot dogs. Or yeah, we're going, it's all type of madness. But when the Lord, he break that, come on, man. We in a different time. Okay, go ahead, brother. You get me excited.
For sure. That was it on that.
Okay, yeah, go back to 2nd Ezra.
Yeah, okay. You want me to read down? Behold, I call all the kings of the earth.
Okay, yeah, that was it on that. Go 2nd Ezra 16. We'll finish up there.
Okay, kind of.
I mean, the point is pretty much, the point's already there. Okay, but get 2nd Ezra 16. We'll read a little bit. Start let me see. Right before he says, "Woe is me, woe is me."
Okay, like in an arrow that shot backwards of a mighty archer, or return not backwards.
Start at 11.
Okay, con. 2nd Ezra 16 and 11. The Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
And that's what the Lord is doing right now through his men. And you people are not taking it. You're not taking it serious. You believe that these are just niggas. They don't know what they're talking about. Who the hell are they? Right? The Lord is threatening you right now. Okay, the Lord is threatening the whole earth. Yah Bashem Yahweh Shai, what he's getting ready to do to the earth. Okay, and he's going to use his whipping stick Esau Edom, the sword. Psalm 17 and 13. Okay, the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay, go ahead.
It says the earth quaketh in the foundations thereof.
Yeah, the earth, and it's going to have that big earthquake. Okay, after these missiles are dropped. Go ahead.
The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Yeah, that's Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
See that? You see that? When he actually shoot them arrows, also including the nuclear missiles, those are his arrows. That's the weapon of those are the weapons of his indignation. They are also considered arrows. Like a stolen nuclear missile is called a what? A broken arrow in military terminology, because it's pretty much a highly advanced bow and arrow. the silo, with the missile, right? And when the Lord began to shoot these beams, of fire, when he begins to shoot these missiles, they're not gonna miss, man. They gonna hit their target. So the Lord's about to take you people through a wild ride. And we're in the midst of that right now, and it's only going to increase. Lord's will Esau, he locked this shit down again. I can't wait to see you people's faces. Okay. it's gonna be a beautiful time for us. I don't know about y'all, but it's gonna be a beautiful time. Okay, because we're gonna be prophesying. Okay, go ahead.
It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again,
Right,
until they come upon the earth.
Yeah, the plagues. And the plagues are sent, all right, by who? Yahweh Shema Shai. There's an actual spirit. There's an actual spirit of death. There's an actual spirit of sedition. There's an actual spirit of invading. There's an actual spirit of pestilence. There's an actual spirit of famine. Those are all spirits. Well, the scriptures say the evil arrows of famine. So who's going to shoot them evil arrows of famine? Okay, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shema Shai. All because of the pride of you people, you Babylonians. 2/3 of which you that's what you Jakes are, Babylonians, really. You modern Egyptians. Well, the scriptures also say that the Lord is going to set the Egyptian against the Egyptian.
Mm-hmm.
So when this man brings in this other lockdown, you're going to have a lot of Edomites fight against the government. A lot of these militias. Okay, go ahead.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out.
See, we read that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
What will I if it be already kindled? Meaning to start. Okay, it's already the fire has already gotten started. Right? When you kindle a fire, you have the kindling. If you watch like outdoor channels, they'll do like the kindling will be little pieces of fibers that they'll pull from a tree or whatever, right? And they'll make it into like a little ball, and that will be they'll get that started first to catch fire, so then they can catch the bigger bundle of sticks on fire. Mm-hmm. But they have to get that kindling first. Okay, so those plagues are being shot off. That's the kindling. So the fire is only increasing. The judgments are only increasing until the ultimate judgment comes. Okay, go ahead.
And that's a beautiful point. It starts small, like you said. They make that into a ball, and then you put the little sticks, and then you gradually get bigger. You gradually start putting bigger and bigger sticks. It reminds me of how the scriptures speak about the birth pains.
Yep, that's the birth pains. That's right.
It says the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Yeah, till it consume America. Okay, different parts of the earth. All right, till a lot of people get put to death. Okay, the Lord gonna put you out of your misery. He's gonna burn you with fire. Go ahead. And Lord's will we be in the firmament, we be above the firmament watching. Okay, in the new bodies, man. Okay, that's what's on our mind. The new bodies. Go ahead.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Yeah. So once the Lord he send that plague, he's not gonna return it. Go ahead.
Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Keep going.
It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Yep. Great. Not just any mournings. Somebody died. Everybody experienced that. Mourning. It seemed like it's great, but what happens when there's multiple people in your family are dead? Mm-hmm. You're the only one alive. Okay, your child died right before your eyes. Your neighbors are dying. You just saw a little child get the head chopped off, or die of a crazy ass disease. Dying of fire. Famine. People starving to death all around you. Those are great mornings. Go ahead.
Real quick precept. 2 Ezra 2:27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
See. So we don't have nothing to fear but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai himself. And according to the precepts that we're bringing out. And we can bring out more, but that's a beautiful precept. When the time of great mourning comes, we're going to be in excess. We're going to be in a joyful spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's another scripture where it says, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. Right? Thou shalt not be afraid about, the pestilence that walketh at noon. I forget exactly how it goes. That's in Job. But we're not going to even be afraid of famines. We're not going to be afraid of the sword. We're not going to be afraid of Esau. So what spirit is the Most High going to put upon us? He's going to put that spirit of protection. He's going to have the holy angels around us, comforting us. Okay, keeping us in the way, in the path, in the correct path. While everybody outside of us is going to be in a very terrible state.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings,
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of famine and great death,
Uh-huh.
the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
And that's pretty. I mean, you can go into more, but that's pretty much it.
God.
The beginning of evils, the beginning of wars, the beginning of famines, the beginning of great mourning. And we full steam ahead, man. Well, shit, since 2020, man, it's 2023. This is getting ready to be September. Yeah, September, October, November. We got 4 more months of this year. Things moving quick. Oh, my battery about to die anyway too. Okay, 4 more months, so called, and the Most High speeding the time. Like this man, he's threatening people with another lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
People are going outside now and trying to enjoy themselves. Meanwhile, Esau getting ready to lock this shit down. The Most High is getting ready to lock this shit down. Okay, fake alien invasion. Who knows, and who gives a shit? Okay, what Esau Edom is gonna do? We gonna be on our toes. Okay, we're gonna have our head. We're gonna be in that vigilant spirit. Okay, praying. Okay, fasting when need be. Staying in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Well, it tells you in Habakkuk, stand upon our watch to see what he will say unto us. Okay. So that was pretty much it on that. You got anything else you want to say, brother?
No, I think we hit the point. Lord's will.
Okay, yeah, Lord's will, we hit the point. Lord's will, you brothers, you few sisters were edified. Until next time, shalom to the elect.
Shalom to the elect.